So good afternoon, gentlemen. We very much appreciate you being here. You are the last of all of our forums. It's the 2021 Greater Beaumont Chamber of Commerce Candidates Forum. We've talked a little bit about the ground rules, for lack of a better word, for this. And if you are ready, we'll get going right now.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, you have 3 minutes to tell us about yourself.
Well, first, thank you for having me here today. My name is Stacy Lewis Jr. I'm a 2009 graduate at Beaumont Westbrook High School. I am a military veteran, Army. Also, I am a veteran. I'm a volunteer here at BISD and also a business partner. I serve the community here at Beaumont, Texas as a licensed barber and a licensed cosmetologist. I've been volunteering my entire life. I look forward to serving the citizens even further in the capacity of a BISD trustee. I moved 1,500 miles after serving my duty in New Jersey in the Army to come back here and do good trouble for the citizens here in Beaumont, Texas.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Grimes,
Yes.
tell us about yourself.
Yes, sir. My name is Kenneth C. Grimes, Sr. I have a beautiful wife of 35 years, and thank God for her, because a whole lot of what I am today is because she took a chance to invest in me. I have two sons, Kenneth Jr. and Joshua Paul. Both of them finished at Ozan in 03 and 05 and 07. I worked for DuPont for 41 years. I've been part of volunteerism, seemed like all my life, since 1985. Jefferson Award winner, substitute teach for over 20 years, referee for 3 sports, IEA with Regina Rogers, 100 Black Men, all those programs that give back to the people. You know what I'm saying? I got my target right now. I think I'm a good fit, the right fit at the right time. And I think if we get our target right, if you aim at nothing, you're guaranteed to hit nothing 100% of the time. So I got my aim right, and it's designed to help these kids be the best that they can be. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to get into the question and answer period. Mr. Grimes, we're going to start with you. Why do you want to be part of the school board?
I think back when we integrated Giles Elementary School in 1962. It was 7 of us. I remember asking her the question, why did you send me over there? She said, I want you to have a good education, that you can be a great fit for the Beaumont, a great fit for Texas, a great fit for the whole world. So she knew that a good education was necessary for a person to make impact in this world, individuals making personal adjustments to change things. So along with what I've done, I think I'm a great fit for the job.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Mr. Lewis, same question. Why do you want to be part of the school board?
I'm about the business of Beaumont, Texas. I think Beaumont, Texas, and BISD specifically is the most pivotal point in far as growing our economy and also introducing business here to our city. We've been stagnant at having 117,000 people located in Beaumont for over 20 years. And BISD is going to be the integral part in making sure that our city actually grows. I believe that, one, not only just my service to our country, but also just my willingness to always show up and show out and help and give a lending hand to our young adults and our future. I believe that this is my time, and I received an endorsement from our current incumbent.
Thank you, sir. We're going to stay with you, Mr. Lewis. How does your professional career and community involvement position you for this office?
Well, serving the citizens of Beaumont, Texas as a barber and a cosmetologist, I'm one with the people. I hear all people from young and all the way to our seasoned veterans. So I hear the hurt that they have endured. I hear the concerns that they may have. And I hear also the cheers that they have about BISD. And being in the capacity in which I am, I'm able to hear them constantly, Monday through Saturday. And I'll be able to use that as a good reference point in order to make sound decisions for BISD moving forward.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Grimes, same question. How does your professional career and community involvement position you for this office?
Okay, I guess the 13 years that I was part of the TYC mentorship program, and these were 12 to 18-year-old kids that had gotten in trouble working at the pathways and dealing with kids that have been troubled. I recognized in 1975 when I graduated, there were no Styles, no Gist, no LeBlanc, no federal complex. There was no Minnie Rogers. And I recognized that where education goes down, the possibility of prison goes up. So I wanted to thwart that by getting involved with these kids early so they can not end up in those places. Amen.
Very good. Thank you. We're going to stay with you, Mr. Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your vision for the education of the students in BISD?
Well, we know that, when kids survive and thrive, I know as a PTA president back in when my boys were there and going to Dallas and being part of that 900 members there, and we recognize that when the students and the involvement with the parents are high, the grades are high, and it goes with that triangle of success: parents, teachers, and administration coming together so that we can make impact in our school system. Amen.
Okay. Mr. Lewis, same question. What is your vision for the education of the students in BISD?
Well, currently we are in a digital age, and I believe the advancement as far as education for our children must be met with technology. We must utilize our modern day technology and also our advancement in CTE, which is our career technology education. We need to make sure that when our kids graduate, that they are looking at success. Success is written all over them, whether certificate programs, being able to utilize associate degrees, or be on track in order to make sure that we see those milestones.
Very good. So we are going to stay with you, Mr. Lewis. What do you think the number one challenge is facing students and teachers?
It's retention for our educators and also our kids. They're having a dilemma where they don't want to be here. And it's for us to make sure that we make sure we create programs that not only say that, hey, we need you, but how are we looking to retain you? So for teachers, it's making sure that we incentivize them and we increase their morale. And for our children, it's making sure that we have programs that they are interested in. I'm so interested in making sure that everyone is happy to come to work, happy to stay in the schoolhouse. And this is going to create our next generation of leaders.
Mr. Grimes, same question. What's the number one challenge you see facing our students and our teachers?
And there we go again. We'll talk about kids, getting them there and getting them involved in education so that they can succeed and be successful. I'm looking at job fairs that I had opportunity to be a part of. We're looking at mentorship programs that I had opportunity to be a part of. And if you can get the parents involved, like I said, once again, that triangle comes together for success. And if we can get these kids and in this virtual world, dealing with the situations that we've had to deal with in the past since 2017, we've had to be really creative in getting education across. Amen.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Last question. We're going to stick with you, Mr. Grimes.
Yes, sir.
How will you facilitate community support for BISD?
I was thinking of as 100 Black Men when I was a part of that, and we went to ML King and that involvement of the mentorship type program with the individual kids. I think about Charlton Pollard, the ROAR program of getting with that individual kid and reading with them. And it's something about that one-on-one. You can't tell them what you know till they know that you care. So it's those type of things and partnering with the churches, with the men, with the Brothers Club, with the 100 Men, and getting that type of mentorship, and also getting involved with the parents so that they can have an understanding also of what success looks like. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Lewis, same question. How will you facilitate community support for BISD?
Well, it's buy-in, and we have to lean heavily on our business partners. We already have a list with BISD, and it's reaching out to them and doing more community events. We just saw recently what does a community look like when we had 3,000 strong at BISD Memorial Stadium when our BU championship boys had won it all, 31-0. So utilizing our business partners will be influential in making sure that we grow our community support, because that's where we spend our money. And I was told that wherever you see the money, wherever it's spent, you follow the money, and that's where people's hearts are.
Okay. Very good. That concludes the Q&A portion of the forum. So we're going to give you both a chance to close this out. 1 minute. Mr. Lewis, why should someone vote for you?
My name is Stacy Lewis Jr. I am a 2009 graduate at Westbrook High School. I am a veteran. I'm a community servant. I am the injection of youth that the BISD board needs. They need to see someone they will grow with. When we talk about generations are 20 years going. And when I get on there, I'm at the age of 30 and I'll be at the age of 50. And I plan on serving my community, servicing the BISD school board, and servicing the city of Beaumont. Most importantly, I also want to make sure that our teachers, that their morale is up and that they feel valued, their cries are heard, and that I am the man to usher in the next generation. I'm Stacy Lewis Jr. I'm number 1 on the ballot, number 1 in your hearts, and number 1 for this job.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Grimes, same question. Why should somebody vote for you?
Well, just like I had the love for my kids, Casey and Josh, I finished at Ozan. They went and got their degree at PV, and both of them are degreed and working. And now I have Kenneth III that's coming down the pike. And that same love that I have for Casey and Josh, I have for Kenneth III. One of them, he's 1 and Casey is 3. And they're 3 years away from hitting the district. But that same love, I want you to realize and recognize that I'm gonna give that same love to your children here in Beaumont Independent School District. So do know that I'll give everything that I can to help your kids to be successful as well as your parents. Thank
Very
you.
good. Thank you, sir. So thank you both very much for being here this afternoon. We wish you great success early May.